at some of the other mistrust that's developed in the market. It has to be fast.
Peter,
it has to be robust.
If Geithner doesn't explain to the public why he bungled his own tax, this is a terrible story from a guy who's going to run the IRS, among other things, then why not get somebody else?
And
why shouldn't Obama say, okay, you're not indispensable. There's other people. There's Roger Ferguson who can take the job. He's a good conservative Democrat.
Sure.
Peter, why not? Cut him out right now.
Sure.
Obama can make a statement. No, this unfortunately disqualifies
it's ridiculous.
you. Right,
it's ridiculous for him to pretend that this was an innocent mistake. Look, he tried to, pay less taxes. He knew what he was doing. This is nonsense that he forgot about this or didn't know he was supposed to do that. I mean, but the problem is, when you're talking about this morality, when the government comes in, they're corrupting the process. They're undermining morality. Everybody's trying to get these government bailouts, and they're not.
So by definition, the reliance on large government
we need the market competing for integrity and competing for goodwill and brand name, and we need market forces at work. We don't need people looking for government handouts and the government propping up and rewarding bad behavior.
We need accountability and personal responsibility. Right. Well said. It's got to come from the private sector, from private consciences. I agree with that. Well done. All right, back with Karlgaard, LeCamp, Gage, and Schiff. Peter Schiff, now that the Bank of America has become a ward of the state, effectively, perhaps Barney Frank will be the de facto CEO. They're going to get all this money to finance the Merrill Lynch assets. Are you ready to dive in and buy B of A stock?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't want to buy any of these stocks as a shareholder. Remember, who really gets caught holding the bag on all these bailouts are the shareholders. What happens is the government comes in and buys these preferred stocks, lays claim to all the profits. The common shareholders are never going to see a dime in dividends for the rest of their lives. So the shares are basically worthless, even though they're not trading like that. And what happens is all the rewards, all the government money goes to the employees of Merrill Lynch. The people who ran this company into the ground get to spend all this money on their paychecks, on their bonuses. The shareholders are never going to see a dime of this money.
Jack Gage, TARP 2, coming up. It passed the Senate today. Big surprise, 52 votes, no problemo. Maybe a cool $100 billion going to foreclosures, as well as Bank of America, B of A, Citigroup, their wards of the state. Does this make you bullish on bank stocks? Would you buy financials here? Because of this, a lot of people on Wall Street are being duped into thinking TARP is a wonderful thing.
Absolutely. Once you break $10 a share, you get me interested. So I think it's an interesting time to start bottom fishing. It is. I mean, listen, how much worse can it get?
Where's Peter?
We were talking offset. You said, is Bank of America too big to fail? I think it's the definition of too big to fail. I think this deal is too big to fail.
But it's already failed.
So it's going to happen.
Bank of America's already failed.
Where's the value in the shares? Are they ever going to have earnings that are going to accrue to the shareholders after they pay the government?
If the system's working, the equity's wiped out. So I think it's a healthy sign to a certain extent of the system in general.
You don't think the government is just going to basically give them their marching orders, the B of A and Citigroup?
You mean like they have with Vikram Pandit, right?
Yes,
he is absolutely a foot soldier
Citigroup is a ward of the state.
Yeah.
There's no question. All right, Jim LeCamp, I got another one for you. Because of the impending passage of this fabulous stimulus package, $825 billion of goodies coming out of Washington, courtesy of the new Democratic majorities, are you ready to jump in and buy a lot of stocks, in particular cyclical, economic-sensitive, economic growth stocks? Will stimulus save us, Mr. LeCamp?
No, this is the wrong stimulus. This is absolutely the wrong thing to do. We're supposed to be a free market economy. We're already trying to inject more debt into a system that's already overloaded with debt. We're already seeing that it's not working. It's the wrong answer. In a free market economy, investors come off the sidelines, they build new businesses, they buy new property, plants, and equipment, and we have $8 trillion on the sidelines. This isn't aimed at that. So government is saying, we want to take your dollars that you make, run them through all these government bureaucracies, and then slowly dribble them back out to you. And this $8 trillion on the sidelines, we're not going to attract that money.
Obama's package had cash expensing for business investment, and I support that, and I praise that. But on the other hand, Jim LeCamp, all day long on our great network, I see a lot of important investment gurus say, heck, I want to buy stocks because of this stimulus package. Why do you disagree? And I'm going to whip around.
The market's down
quickly.
6 out of the last 7 days because they don't buy that recovery's happening and the banks are circling the drain.
All right, so Peter Schiff, we got TARP plus stimulus. This should make everything great in the stock market.
The stimulus plan is going to stifle the economy. It might stimulate some spending in the short run, but that's the exact opposite of what we need.
I completely forgot you're out there. My God, you're so quiet. Stimulus and TARP, you only got 15 seconds. Okay, I forgot.
Number one, I love all this negative sentiment. Number two, I think there is a mustard seed for recovery in TARP 2, and that would be an amending of this ridiculous mark-to-market accounting that has screwed everything up and added...
Mark-to-market.
Yep.
It's not the accounting, it's the assets.
LeCamp, Gage, and Schiff. My mistake. Stay right.